Kimberly the Good Baller, the Panhandle
going?
Pro from Pensacola, Florida. And we are back. It's another Friday. It's another episode of the Smoke Screen. Right next to me, we got Tip the bartender. Don't forget to tip the bartender. We got next to her, we got B. Below me, we got Rose. And right, Par. What is going on?
What is up?
Live.
Hey,
Hey, y'all.
What's going on with you? What's going on with you?
Live. Chilling. We chilling. It's another day on the Smoke Screen. What are we smoking on today?
So, I am partaking with Candy Simpson tonight. Some sativa, and it's called Mimosa. And it's weighing in at 18% THC tonight. But if that wasn't enough for you, I top it off with a little bit of White Fire Keef. And that is coming in at 20% THC tonight. So me and Candy Simpson, letting it burn, letting it blaze over here.
That sounds like a headbanger right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go to the bar right here. What we got at the bar?
Hey, listen. Well, you can never go wrong. Hold up. I got a little Taylor Port, and I've been drinking, and it's been good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been having a great time. That's it. She's currently teleported.
That's it.
Good evening. I'm teleporting. And it's
always a good thing. I see.
Always a great thing.
I see.
That's and when we talking about percentage, I'm also coming in at 18%. 18% too.
Hell yeah. Matching.
Matching.
Y'all see how I down over here. Well, since we didn't got all the way there, we got a classic today.
Yeah.
I say we got a classic today.
Oh,
the Lone Kiss Goodnight, starring Gina Davis and my favorite actor, Samuel L. Jackson. The Lone Kiss Goodnight.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
this is the movie
for this movie.
Yeah, this is the movie where it started for me.
That's it. For real. Yes.
Whose pick?
This was my pick. This was my dad. I feel like I don't think he ever said it with his mouth, but I feel like this was my dad's favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie too. But it's my favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie of all time. Like, I don't know how many more movies he gonna come out with. This probably gonna still be my favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie.
Yes.
I just love this movie.
He got a lot.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I love it.
All right, let's get right into it. What did we like about the Lone Kiss Goodnight?
I mean, it was star-studded. You have Gina Davis, who's an amazing actress herself alone. Then you gonna mix her with Samuel L. Jackson, and they play so well off each other. I mean,
Hennessy.
And it's plenty of action. You have a female action lead role. It was a good time. It was a good time. Yes.
1996.
Yeah, definitely. 1996. That was a throwback. I don't mind.
Right.
I don't mind not one little bit.
So it's so many things to like about this movie. It was action packed. There were so many quotable lines in this movie. My favorite being "Suck my dick, every one of you bastards." I love that line so much. I got to see this movie in the theaters, and it was awesome then, and it's awesome now. It does not lose its awesomeness.
No,
it does not.
Yeah.
So a few things. I feel like before there was John Wick, Charlie Baltimore was the female
Chubby.
John Wick.
Yes.
I feel like they could have had like 2-3 more of these movies. Like I feel like there could have been a longer Kiss Goodnight, the longest Kiss Goodnight.
Ooh,
like I
yeah.
feel like they could have kept that shit going.
And they still can. They still can.
Yeah, let's do a Charlie Baltimore.
Come on, man. Come on,
this
now.
would be a good movie to remake.
Like
yeah, Gina is still fine.
I'm telling you, Gina Davis should have rallied harder for that shit. But nevertheless, just that name, Charlie Baltimore. I love that the rapper came out and she took that as her rapper name. Like that is just a hard name. Like I love it. And my favorite line, was when her and the little girl, her daughter was in the thing, trapped in the ice room, and she was like, "No, baby, you're not gonna die. They are." That I'm just like, go hard, mom, go hard. Yeah. Like this, I would have been a proud daughter. I would just be like, yes, let's get them, let's do it. They done trapped us in here. Let's go, mom. Like, teach me the way. You know,
she wasn't nothing if she wasn't a woman of her word. If she told you she was finna take your legs is took. Just forget about it. Yeah. All. So if she tell you she finna kill you, you finna die. That's all.
Come on now, because Charlie don't play no games
at all.
Yeah.
It's a duck.
Love this one.
That's a duck, not a dick.
That's my line. It's a duck on the pad. He was dressed a duck. Oh man, is there anything that we didn't like about this movie besides the fact they could have had 2 more sequels after it?
I don't think there was anything that made me upset about this movie, but there were a lot of things that made me, think. Okay, so it was a little bit sexist. Like that just runs throughout.
It was the 90s.
Yeah. Sign of the times.
Yeah, and it was different times. 96. It was definitely different times. So yeah, that part. But overall, I don't know. Like that, stuff that's probably like superhuman stuff, but outside of that movie magic, I love this movie. I liked it.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like the fact. So this is supposed to be his daughter, and she was like, look at her eyes. Look at her eyes, and her eyes didn't look nothing like his crazy eyes
at all.
At all. Not even a little bit. He had the most craziest eyes, and I just wanted them to find somebody whose eyes just looked a little bit, but not at all. She had these big old doe eyes, these big old brown doe eyes. Didn't look nothing like him, and he should have gotten a test right then and there just from that statement. I don't believe that she was here. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all about it. She was not his daughter.
You can call Maury on them people.
I'll take that to court.
And somebody got a camera and they running with that bitch because they chasing me down. Yes, they got a sweatband on because they first run.
They know they came to work on. They knew they was gonna be in today.
Oh my God.
There was a part that tickled me because he was right to look at her like this. So at the end, when Samuel L. Jackson, he's trying to, drive away and he's trying to swerve through all these cars, and the little girl in the back seat to my, don't hit that car. I'm like, bitch, good and damn well he ain't trying to hit the damn car. Stop. And then he even looked back at her like, girl. And I was like, you're right.
And he was right.
You should slay her ass a little bit in the car just for good measure.
I'm deep.
Oh my goodness.
There was also a part where they was trying to kill. Well, no, they weren't trying to kill. The man said, "I want her alive and unmarked." And then immediately after he said that, everybody around him started firing because I didn't understand. So you want her alive and unmarked, but all those dudes started
busting.
machine gunning at her.
Busting.
Did they not hear you? Do they not know that you leading them? I just didn't understand that part. That was
Or they
weird.
just didn't give a shit about what his
No,
mom
okay.
was.
Right.
Like, shit, we killing this bitch.
Okay,
Nah, we
I'm
killed
Yeah.
not
her.
and
Because
unmarked.
They only
she's supposed to already be dead anyway.
Yeah.
So let's kill
Gonna
her.
make sure.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it anything rewatching this movie again now? Is it anything that stood out or new discoveries that y'all seen watching The Lone Kiss?
This is my first time watching this movie.
Wow.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even know where the Charlie Baltimore reference came from until I watched it for this.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Wowzers.
I didn't know.
Wowzers.
Wow.
So
And then
there was a lot.
Biggie
And I had
Small
no
also
idea.
has a song called "The Lone Kiss Goodnight."
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
I didn't know that
Who
either.
had it? I didn't know that.
Notorious Big. It's on
Nah,
Life
I didn't
After Death. Yeah, he got a song called "The Lone Kiss Goodnight."
No, didn't know that.
Not
I ain't
me.
even know it was that.
Yeah, nah, I ain't know nothing about that.
I didn't realize how little romance there was in this movie. Like this was there was no like love between them, even though there was love between them.
Survival.
Yeah,
Because that was the
and
story.
right, and it really focused on how she was the hero. And even at one point, he was like, "Sam, I'll be waiting for you to come save me." Like even he knew that she was the hero of this movie.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. I
like that.
didn't like that he wouldn't call her Charlie because that's her name. Sam was the made up name. Sam was the alter ego. Sam was the mom. Sam was the girlfriend. Charlie Baltimore.
Was that
Charlie
Right.
Baltimore
That deal.
was
But in the
so if you
same
gonna
breath,
call somebody to come save you, you gonna call Charlie Baltimore, not
but
Sam.
Samantha was the one that grounded her. Samantha was the wife. Samantha was the mother. And Samantha was the one that Charlie wanted to forget. And he had to keep reminding her, don't forget
she
that you're
was.
still this woman too.
You still
Right.
You still have these responsibilities. Let's not play around and forget that these don't exist. And she wanted to pretend like
No,
she wanted the kid, not me.
she want to live her
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
She want to live her
What
life.
you mean?
She kept trying
It's
to
a
get
whole
rid of
nother person. That's you.
literally.
That's your baby, girl.
That's
Chill.
it.
Go get your baby. Go get her.
Mhm.
Her up.
That's it.
Mm.
Now she had to get the baby. That's
Yeah.
it. And don't play about that.
Okay, at all.
Y'all didn't enjoy the black man named Hennessy?
Yes.
Hennessy.
Yes.
That was lost to me as a kid. And then as I rewatched it, you're right. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But yes, Hennessy.
Yeah,
I like
Mitch
that.
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Yep.
Mitch Hennessy. That's it.
I thought that was a very fitting
That drink is
name.
so popular. That's not enough to
And
make
then-
me drink that though.
No, not at all.
Oh man, what was Hennessy? You seen his fashion, how he was rocking out during the movie? It was just whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot of patterns, I feel like, in my head.
Like
Um,
1970 patterns.
Yeah.
Like the movie
Yeah.
was in the
In the
1990s, but he was dressed
Yeah.
like he was from 1972.
Like he had on a green something, and I was like, what?
Something. Like crushed velvet, I feel like
I was
might be a part of it.
Yeah.
Some tweed.
It was a little bit
or something.
pimp-tastic.
It
It
was
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
I was gonna
Yes.
say pimpish. I was gonna say giving me very much pimp vibes.
Right.
Well, why
Like
though?
he,
Why did he have to be dressed like a pimp? I didn't understand that part.
Maybe.
Looked like he just got out.
I feel
Fresh
like
out.
that's casting.
He be in and out.
That was 1996 era too. But that's how they dress black people all the time. I feel back then.
in the
Mm.
90s.
In the
And
90s?
when they was trying to make us look somewhat nefarious or da 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 da, you know, and he was a somewhat nefarious character. He was trying to
Yeah, he-
swindle her in the beginning. So he
That's
had to
true.
look a little shifty and a little shady.
I forgot
And
about
those characters were typically classified as drug dealers or pimps.
Mhm.
He damn near looked
You
like
know, they
Gator
had to.
when he played Junk Fever.
I
that.
mean,
Oh,
he looked
yeah.
like
Yeah, he did. He did.
yeah.
I was like, oh, this that time. Like,
Oh my
represent the time,
goodness.
bro.
Let me get some more of this.
Oh my goodness,
Hold up.
man.
Oh,
Well, you know,
oh.
again, classic movie. This is, like I said, this is the movie where Samuel L. became my man. Shout out to him. He is Samuel is the highest grossing actor in history. Whatever the billion number is,
Wow.
he's number one. All his movies have grossed the most money at the box office. And to his I think his breakthrough came at like 42. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
believe
he
that's
started a little older. And he also, I don't want to get the story wrong, but he did something wild in college, man. He like kidnapped a professor or something crazy. He did something that's in school. You could read about it. Like he did something wild in school, man. I had to pull that up. But this is a classic.
Yeah, 27
And now,
billion.
Yeah, it's good.
what is it? 7 billion?
27 billion
Ain't nobody catching
worldwide.
that.
He's the highest grossing actor of all time.
Yeah.
I don't
Who
think
that?
he turns down gigs.
Yeah.
I think
Samuel
he purposely takes.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Samuel
Oh,
L.
he-
Jackson's.
He
voice.
definitely reserves the right to be selective about the parts he plays now. Like,
He
has
does,
to.
but yeah, definitely he does. But I think he purposely, like, he does a lot of B movies, and we don't even be knowing that he in those movies, and he accepts those roles because, I mean, he's iconic and he can do whatever he wants to. So he really don't care
Right.
if you watch it. He like the role. I'm finna do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
It's
gotten
like,
to that
I
point.
mean, he likes to do it. This is his
Yeah.
craft. This is his passion.
Yeah.
And everybody's not
Absolutely.
lucky enough to be able to do their passion as their, for pay.
Right.
So
Right.
maybe
True.
that's why. Once he figured out what he liked to do, he could stop. Because he was on drugs bad, wasn't he?
I believe so. I believe
Yeah.
he
He
is
was.
a
And
recovering
his wife, shout out to his wife. His wife stood by him through all of this.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
brought him through.
Praise
Yeah.
God. Black
So-
love.
So
Mm.
check this out. After
I know
Dr.
that's
King
right,
got
girl.
assailed, that was 68. In 1969, Samuel L. Jackson and several other students held members of the Morehouse College Board of Trustees, including Martin Luther King Sr., hostage on the campus, demanding reform in the school's curriculum and governance.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, damn.
Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And he was expelled from Morehouse for that.
Yep. The college eventually
Damn.
agreed to change its policy. Jackson was charged with and eventually convicted of unlawful confinement, a second-degree felony. He was suspended for 2 years for his criminal record, and he later returned and got his BA in drama in 1972.
Wow.
And
Wow.
while he was suspended, he worked as a social worker in L.A.
That is an amazing
something.
fact about
Yeah.
this amazing actor.
What a
regular
story.
people. These are regular people.
Yes.
Like living
Wow.
regular
What a
lives.
story. Goodness.
Wow,
Yep, he was
that's
real.
crazy.
He was holding his black fist up. He returned to Atlanta with Stokely Carmichael and got with power movement, man.
That's it. That's what's up.
So yeah, man. Shout out to Samuel Jackson, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
are we having?
Yeah.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, we gon'
Yeah.
the long kiss
Yeah.
Come
good
on
night.
now.
What are we gonna give this movie?
I started up.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this
Mhm.
movie. This is a oldie but a goodie. No matter how many times you watch it, I've watched it a couple of times. It's still good. It's still entertaining. It still holds you. And for that, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I really enjoy it. Every time it come on, I'm gonna watch it because it's good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I love this movie as well. Like I said, I saw it in theaters when it first came out. It is just an awesome film. There's so many good quotes in here. They really do need a sequel, and I'm gonna give it 4.75 stars.
Oh, oh,
Wow. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, decimal
Oh,
short.
75.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I, of course, love this movie for sentimental reasons. This is one that I can remember watching with my dad growing up. I know he loved this movie. Um, and watching it after all these years, it's still a good watch. So I'm gonna give this movie a 4.5. Again, the I know it was a different time, but the sexism that really just was a little like, oh man,
The naughty
we still
90s.
got time to go. It just kind of reminded me we still got a little ways to go, but we've come a ways since then.
Always.
And I
Yes.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
definitely.
And also, if God works out, like I said, writing my book, and I have a character that I fashioned after Samuel L. Jackson. So
Okay.
Oh,
you know,
motherfucker.
I want it to be a TV series. So y'all
Yes.
pray for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Be on the lookout.
yes.
Um,
Oh my goodness.
drop that shit. Say all that, Rose. So I this was, like I said, the first time I saw this movie, and man, I didn't know. So I enjoyed the movie. I gave it a 3.5. But again, this was the first time I saw the movie, so I didn't get the same effect as y'all did. But Charlie Baltimore is a badass woman.
That's it. Period.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah. Well, it's a good movie. It's definitely a good movie. It's a good watch. So.
That it is a classic. You have something else to say?
I want to ask B, why you didn't give it a 5?
So for a 5, it has to tug at my heartstrings. Like some tears got to leak out of my eyeballs. And this is not the movie for that. This is not the movie for that. This is action. This is just kick-assness.
Yeah.
So it doesn't touch that emotional level. So it didn't get the 5.
Kick ass. Okay.
I was
Well,
just wondering. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Long Kiss Goodnight, starring Gina Davis, the legendary Samuel L. Jackson, walks away with a solid 4 blunts for smoke screen. If you have not seen this movie, do not be like Carl. And well, if you ain't seen it, you ain't got no choice.
I mean, you can be like me and watch the movie. I watch it.
Yeah. Classic movie, man. If you've never seen this, definitely go check this out.
It's a
and
good
see
one.
where Sam came from. And that will conclude this episode of the Smoke Screen, and we will see you next Friday.
Bye, y'all.